Qinghai Hochil, the last intact wilderness of plateau in the planet. The elevation and low temperature result in the greatest and highest alpine tundra permafrost in the world. The most fully preserved plantation surface on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, as well as dense lake areas in the nominated property, provide complete habitats and passageways for large herbivores endemic to the Qinghai Tibet. Property serves as a primary birth ground for endemic and endangered species, the Tibetan antelope. These living creatures, high mountains, glaciers, plains, and lakes over thousands of kilometers of wilderness across the nominated property, constitute a beauty that is most representative of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. Hochil is the real third pole of the world. The cherished land and her creatures are undoubtedly the heritage of the mankind. Hochil is a Mongolian name which means green hills. It is located in the northwestern corner of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and is a vast expanse of land gradually inclined downward from northwest to southeast, where the Kunluen Mountains, the Hochil Mountains, and the Ulan-Ul Mountains expand over 500 kilometers from the east to the west, lining almost parallel in between two basins. Hence the well-known expression, 3 mountains surrounding 2 basins. It covers 3,735,632 hectares of land with a 2,290,904 hectare buffer zone. The nominated property has a mean elevation of more than 4,500 meters above sea level. The highest peak of Kunluen Mountain reaches 6,680 meters, while the lowest point at the Hongshaihe River Valley is still 4,200 meters high. The annual mean temperature of the region averages from -4 to -10 degrees Celsius. The elevation and low temperature result in the greatest and highest alpine tundra permafrost in the world. Amidst the 3 mountain ranges described earlier are flat, open terrains comprised of the most fully preserved plantation surface on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, as well as dense lake areas at different stages of succession, forming a northern catchment at the source of the Yangtze River. High mountains, lake basins, climate, and adapted vegetation in the nominated property provide complete habitats and passageways for large herbivores endemic to the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. It is particularly important that the property serves as a primary birth ground for endemic and endangered species, the Tibetan antelope, and shelters nearly half of the world's wild yak populations. These living creatures, high mountains, glaciers, plains, and lakes over thousands of kilometers of wilderness across the nominated property constitute a beauty that is most representative of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. Over 1/3 of the higher plants found in the nominated property are endemic to the plateau. All of the herbivorous mammals that feed on these plants are also endemic to the plateau. As many as 60% of the mammal species in the property are plateau endemic. Fully preserved plateau surface, high lake distribution, complete grass meadow ecosystems, rarely in contact with humans or seen elsewhere in the hinterland of Asia, and magnificent mammal migrating scenes constitute the most prominent features of the nominated property.